All right, there we go. I don't know. Someone unplug this microphone. Who would unplug a microphone? All right, so I am behind the computer right now because someone decided to unplug this microphone. I'll put that right back there real quick. So thanks, John. So the first however many minutes this thing has been, we'll switch it back to the good quality microphone. There we go. You guys can probably hear me now. All right, so thanks, John Suttles, for telling me that the microphone was not working. I appreciate you letting me know there. Tweeting me saying that there was no sound. Looks like we have Pedro saying that as well. John, Bradley, everyone chiming in. We got these comments coming in now. So, again, thanks to everyone here. Pedro saying, no sound, can't hear you. No sound from John Suttles. No sound from Bradley. All right. So let's start this over again, now that I've been on for a few minutes. All right, so today's date is June 29th, 2014. It is now 8:38. Normally start these at about 8:30. Kind of got held up. There's some new FCC regulations. Pedro saying still no sound. Should be good now, Pedro. I can see my audio bar kind of bouncing up. All right, so again, if you guys have any weather questions, throw your weather questions out there. I will be answering those as we go through this chat. I appreciate everyone swinging by here on this Sunday night. So anyway, I was trying to get into the FCC regulations. They are changing things up tomorrow. So what they are doing, starting tomorrow, is I'll read it specifically to you guys. It says, the meteorologist will need to include a brief summary of every graphic that he or she uses on the air. There is an understanding that this won't be an exact transcription, but it gives the viewer an idea of the content of each graphic. Each weather segment must include unique scripting. Here's the deal. If you're watching the weather, it says everything right there on the screen. I can completely understand if you're watching a story and there's an accident. You don't know where the accident is. Well, the text at the bottom will tell you where that is. Whatever the anchors are reading will tell you. But for weather, all of the content, weather and traffic, Katie Garner's going to have to start doing this in the mornings. It's going to take a lot of time. And I don't even know the expense of what it would cost to have like an automatic transcriber. So if let's say you're watching like a sporting event, they have several $1,000 piece of equipment that will automatically type everything, or someone there types all of it. We don't have Siri there typing it for us, which would be nice. So anyway, the deal is that every single scene we have to have some sort of text with it, and I have to include that in all of my forecasts now. So I've been trying to get around. I've been trying to figure out how am I going to bring in this data. I found a way that our weather computer can spit out a file. You can type in a script for each individual scene, which takes a lot of time, but you can kind of go through and tweak all of it. It'll print out this script for you, but I'm trying to figure out. We use iNews, and that's the program that we use to type all of our stories, to put everything in order. I'm trying to figure out a way to open up that file inside of iNews, but so far I've not been able to do that. If I can figure that out, it'll make things a lot easier, but until then, every single show, and we have what? Like for the 10 o'clock news tonight, I have 5 different hits where I have to type up what I'm showing, what the forecast is like, and it's just going to be FCC regulation. I don't know what's going to happen with it. But anyways, that's what I was working on. So Bradley asking, again, if you guys have any weather questions, type those. You guys can tweet those to me at AndrewWSYX6, which you can see right there at the bottom of the screen. Or you guys can, tweeting me is the fastest way. The tweets come in automatically. Or if you want, like what Bradley's doing right now, Bradley's asking a question on YouTube. You can just comment on the YouTube page itself. And do me a favor, if you guys are watching this, retweet it, share it, the fact that you guys are here watching this, so that we can get more people. So yeah, sound. How weather for 4th of July? I'm assuming, how will the weather be for the 4th of July? 4th of July actually looks pretty good. I'm going with a high of, oh, I wanted to record a time lapse. That's not going to happen. I was going to try to record a time lapse of the sunset. Do you guys want me to do a time lapse of the sunset? Yes? No? All the storms are dying. But what I need to do is I need to go rotate the tower cam. So there's going to be a lapse of audio where I run out the door real quick. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to pull this other computer around so that way you can see me moving the tower cam. But I got to run out the door. I got to move the tower cam around real quick. Untitled. Start time lapse. What time is it now? 8:40. Let's go 1 hour. I don't even need an hour. I need like 45 minutes. We'll leave it an hour. Grab every 8 seconds, 15 seconds long. Let's make it 12. So it grabs every 10 seconds. All right, so I'm going to flip this around. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. All right, so here, I'm going to bring this right there. I'm going to bring this right here. So again, while I am gone, do me a favor, leave me a couple of weather questions so that way I can answer those when I get back. But until then, I am going to go run out that door right there, turn the tower cam. It's in our control room, and my webcam is tethered, so I can't leave. But do me a favor, while I'm gone, everyone post some sort of a weather question so I have questions to answer when I come back. For now, I got to go switch this around. So stay there. Be right back. All right, we're coming back. All right, I'm back. So there, I switched it around, have the sunset going. All right, so let's see. What questions did you guys leave me? The last question I see right now is still from Bradley Combs about the 4th of July. Anyway, so I was going to answer that question. 4th of July, I have a high of 80 degrees. I really hope that's not ESP. I have a high of 80 degrees, sunny skies. 4th of July is going to be beautiful. Very nice. All right. Eric Lee saying, new graphics look good. Let me take this off of there. All right. Eric Lee saying, new graphics look good. Appreciate that, Eric Lee. We spent a lot of time working on those. Now we got to start working on the FCC scripting stuff that starts tomorrow. Dana and Marshall, they're the ones that is going to have it hard because they have to type all that for the entire morning show. I think there's, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits an hour? That's not that bad. 4 hits an hour, but then you multiply it by the 5 hours that they're on, so you're looking at, what would that be, 20 hits? 20 things that you have to type out. So there's a lot. All right, Pedro saying, how will this week look like? Weather-wise, very hot for the start of the week. Monday and Tuesday, great days to head to the pool. They will be very, very, very toasty days, Monday and Tuesday. There is a chance for pop-up showers and storms all of the afternoons for the first half of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's a slight chance in the morning, like before noon, but most of it will be in the afternoon where that heating get those storms to pop up. Second half of the week, cold front finally comes through like Wednesday. It's not really like a well-defined cold front like it's really coming through. It's kind of like a weak couple of systems moving through. But by Thursday, it'll be lower humidity. Pedro asking, how was your vacation? Thanks for asking. It was great. We went down to Panama City Beach. That's the first time I've ever been to the Gulf of Mexico. Normally, when I was younger, we would go to the Atlantic, and there were a lot better waves. This, like I said, my first time to the Gulf. It was nice. It was very relaxing, very hot, very humid, which you would expect in Florida. The one thing though that I was not expecting in for Florida, they're known for how many bugs they have. I didn't really see any bugs. There were no bugs. I was shocked by that. All right, so John Settle saying, does a thunderstorm or a line of thunderstorms need to have a hook echo or a backward C formation to produce a tornado? Not at all. You can get tornadoes to form, we call them gustnados, so that leading edge of thunderstorms. Sometimes on the front of them they can have a quick spin up. Sometimes they can be completely embedded within the rain. So on the radar, if you're looking at just precipitation, if you're looking at just the rain falling, you won't see it because it's embedded within all of that rain. If it's got enough debris, you might see that little debris ball on the radar. But no, it does not need a hook echo. Looking at the radar does not... Looking at the radar, you can't normally say, yeah, that's definitely a tornado. Yeah, that's definitely not a tornado. So looking at the radar, you can't really determine yes or no there is a tornado in that. The thing you have to look at is the velocities. So the winds inside the storm, that's what you have to look at, not what's falling from the clouds. You have to look at what's actually moving around within there, and that's what the wind. And you can see the radar. It's just the radar effect. When something's going toward you, it has a higher frequency. So it's kind of like if you're outside and there's a fire truck coming toward you. It has a really high pitch, like, and then it goes away. And that's the radar effect. When it's going away, it has a lower frequency, so it stretches it out a little bit more. So that's how they can tell which way the rain droplets are moving. And as I do that, the camera just wants to autofocus. How many thunderstorm watch and warning Ohio had this year? From Bradley Combs. Well, there is a storm archive. I can't lose these tabs I've already gotten. I'll tell you what, Bradley. What we can do is I can show you this. So I have a Tumblr set up, and I'll pull this up. I'll flip it over so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. Ooh. Chat. Is there a new poll option? I haven't checked to see if there's a poll option on here yet. Toyota Corolla, Draw, Sound Nation, Toolbox, no. Google Effects, no. Cancel. Or what's recent? No, I don't think so. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at here on the computer. So I have a Tumblr, and you guys can go here. It's andrewwsyx6.tumblr.com. And these are all of the county. These are for all of the counties that are in Central Ohio, and this is just for severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm watches, tornado warnings, tornado watches. So as I scroll down here, those I posted a while ago when I had it on my phone. That's pretty cool. So anyway, you can scroll down here, Bradley. Again, it's www.andrewwsyx6.tumblr.com. So if we go back, let's say 7 months, this would be from November. So the start of the year. And this is just for Central Ohio. So this doesn't include like Toledo. It does not include Cleveland. It does not include Dayton. It does not include Cincinnati. So what you can do is you can look just for wherever you live. So let's see. So this would be the first one. Hardin County right there. That was the first one of the year. This first severe thunderstorm watch was for Hardin County. So yeah, you can, if you want to, you can highlight all those and count those. I am not going to count those right now, but all right. So let's see. I'm going to check out Twitter, see if there's any questions coming in on Twitter. Hey, by the way, I think I just crossed 2,000. So Lewis Center BA, which is the Lewis Center Business Association, they are my 2,000th follower. All right, so let's see here. Actually, they may not be. Might be Felipe. All right, I do not see any questions coming in on Twitter. Again, you guys can tweet me at AndrewWSYX6. And let's see here. Let me adjust that back up a tad. All right, so let's pop this over here. I had this, not Google Effects. Control room. Nope. toolbox. Here we go. So no new questions there on YouTube either. So let's see here. What other questions do we have? John Suttle saying, what are our chances of having another derecho? They are very, very, very rare. For the entire country, there might be one a year, maybe two if you're lucky. And that's for the entire country. So as far as us here seeing them in Ohio, we haven't seen one in 2 years. Sometimes there'll be a long storm, but it's not long enough. It has to be, I think, 240 miles of non-stop severe winds as that's moving its way through. So we have not had that here in Ohio in 2 years, so they're very rare. So as far as if we could have another one, sure, we could have another one. Chances of us having another one here in Ohio, not very good at all. Actually, not very good. They're slim. It's not impossible, but they're very rare to have so many ingredients. You need tons of moisture out there. The winds in the atmosphere have to be pushing all in the same direction, so you get that bow echo for, like I said, 200 plus miles. And there's just got to be a lot of perfect ingredients with it. That's the big thing, just straight line winds for over 200 miles. That's a little bit more than that. Pedro asking, any bad storms for July right now? Does not look like it. Really, for the severe storms, to really be able to tell, yeah, there's a lot of good ingredients for the storms. Can't go out much more than maybe 3 or 4 days. You can tell there'll be some thunderstorms maybe a week and a half out. But as far as really fine-tuning it, saying, yeah, this is what we're looking at, it's mainly going to be a hail event or it's mainly going to be a wind event, really can't do that until it's about 3 days out. So that's a good question. So again, anybody in here, again, thanks for swinging on by. If you guys have any questions, you guys can tweet me at AndrewWSYX6. Or if you guys are watching this, obviously you're watching it on YouTube, you can go ahead and tweet me. You can comment in the YouTube page there. If you're watching it maybe on Twitter or something, you can see there's a little YouTube icon in the bottom right. And you can click on that and it'll take you to the YouTube page. So yeah. All right. Don't see any questions coming in on there. Again, this is all driven by you guys. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and tweet me, and I will be responding to those. But otherwise, I may end this a little bit early because I have to still figure out that FCC regulation stuff. I'm trying to make this work so it's not. The big thing I want to try to avoid is just manually typing stuff in all the time. I want to avoid that. I want to be able to have it fairly automated so the system can kind of kick it out. The meteorologist can focus more on doing the weather rather than typing nonstop for information that's already on the screen. I mean, all I'm going to say is, yeah, temperatures are mainly in the mid-70s, but if you look at the map, you can tell that. Don't get me started. Don't get Bill Kelly started with that. Bill Kelly gets fired up. Fired up. I know I'm going to have to try to avoid him tomorrow because of that. All right, so again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and tweet those to me, or you guys can send those to me. You guys can send those to me on the YouTube page. Let's check this out. John asking, did I see the twin tornadoes out in Nebraska? I did see those. I think those were while I was on vacation. But yeah, I did see the twin tornadoes. Another very rare thing to ever really happen. So, all right. I'm going to check Twitter one more time. Don't see any other new questions coming in on there. Checking out the YouTube page. Don't see any other new questions there on either. Again, if you guys have any questions, post those on there. Any weather questions? Otherwise, we'll be ending this shortly. I know we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 people in here. I know 4 of the names, but I know 5 people are watching, so. Sounds like the FCC thing is a big pain in the rear end. It is. I don't know what the new regulation is, because right now what I do is I'll include like the short version of our daily forecast that I post on the web. So like today, so it would say like Andrew, and then it'll say tonight, isolated rain before sunset, then partly cloudy, humid and warm, low 72. Monday, hot and humid, isolated rain developing in the afternoon, high 89. Tuesday, very hot and humid, scattered rain developing in the afternoon, high 92. And that's what it'll say for the entire time. But they want us to put in current conditions. They want us to put, for each map that we have on air, they want us to make sure to say exactly what it is. So for instance, we have to say now, here are the current winds. We will zoom you out. Here are the current temperatures. But now we have to put, here are the current temperatures, most locations in the mid-70s. Here's the current radar. Rain is moving off to the east. Here are the current watches and warnings, flood advisories for these counties. Now we will zoom you out. Here's the current radar. Rain off to the east. Just a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to type in. And normally, I don't even know what I'm going to do for my hit until about 1 minute before. So now I have to get that ready. Then I gotta come over here, type some stuff. It's going to be a pain in the butt. I don't complain very often, but there has got to be an easier way than what we're about ready to do tomorrow. Got to be an easier way. So yeah. All right. Check Twitter one more time. Nothing coming in on there. I did get a couple new followers. So again, thanks to the new people that started following me on Twitter. It looks like Felipe Villemal. He's from Colombia. He's from Colombia. My 2,000th follower was from Colombia. But we had Lindsay Orr. She was 1,999. All right, so let's check YouTube one more time. See if there's any other new questions coming in. We do have a couple questions. Does the typing start today or tomorrow? It starts tomorrow, the 30th. But what I'm trying to do, because I do a lot of the behind-the-scenes work for us for the Weather Center, I'm trying to figure out an easy way to do it tonight, so that way by tomorrow, I've got a burnt-out light in here. So by the time tomorrow, things will be much easier for Dana, Marshall, Bill. Maybe they'll just figure it out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then by next Saturday, it'll be a lot easier. Does a county need to have a warning system in place when it comes to the weather? Great question from John. So, no. And there are some counties, for instance, it's in the best interest for the counties, but like tornado sirens, those are normally funded by grants. Tax money does not pay for those tornado sirens to be installed. And they're kind of archaic because tornado sirens are only meant to alert you if you are outside. If you happen to live close enough to one and you can hear it inside, great for you, but they're not meant for someone inside. For someone inside, they're supposed to have NOAA weather radios or some other form of being alerted to the severe weather. But I know what some counties do. For instance, Clark County, Ohio, which is where Springfield is, they have a reverse 911 system. So what happens if, let's say there's a tornado warning and it's for half of the county, what they can do is for anybody that's signed up, if you have a landline, you're already part of the system. If you have a cell phone, you can sign up so that way you can tell them what part of the county you're in, so that way in your address, if there's a warning for your area, it will give you an automated call to tell you there's a tornado warning until whatever time it ends. But some counties like Springfield, like I said, they don't have tornado sirens. They haven't had tornado sirens, I think, since the 50s when they kind of broke down. They didn't use them anymore. And what I heard, too, that's a whole other thing. So Franklin County EMA sounds off the tornado sirens. We had a severe thunderstorm warning 2-3 counties to the south at noon on a Wednesday, and we had the threat for tornadoes. And Franklin County EMA sounded off the tornado sirens for their normal Wednesday noon test. I understand people may be used to the noon Wednesday test, but some people may have heard those tornado sirens, thought, whoa, what's going on? And the fact that they're sounding off these tornado sirens when there's the threat, but it's not really happening right now, they become washed out. When it actually happens, people are going to take it seriously. Where I grew up, in the town of Arcanum, I think they only tested it once. And I also found out that Franklin County EMA can do silent tests without actually sounding on the horns. And every single week is a bit excessive. I mean, I don't know, especially if you can test them silently. Anyway, that's me on the soapbox. I didn't hear what you said if we will see bad weather from Tyler Bear. The next couple of days, chance for severe weather is very small. Not really looking at a good chance for severe weather for the next couple of days. All right. So this is a sad story. I don't know if you guys had seen this. There's a Columbus there's a Columbus firefighter that was struck by lightning last night just outside of the Columbus Crew Stadium. Super sad stuff. I mean, he is in a, from last I heard, he's in a medically induced coma. He's in the hospital. Firefighters are staying by his bedside. They're staying with him there. Just very sad. Very sad stuff. But we'll have team coverage on that tonight. The Crew did a stand-up job today. Pedro asking, when will it get above 100? The heat index, which is the humidity and temperature factored together, that will get above 100 maybe on Tuesday. But as far as the actual air temperature, we've only been above 100. Let me see if it says in here. I don't know if it says. Monthly extremes. We've been above 100, I know, at least 4 times. Don't see it in here. Oh, so here we go. The most number of days we've ever had, or the most, 1936. We had 9 days where the temperature was 100 or greater. There's been a lot of years where we never reach it. So there you go. So getting above 100 is fairly rare for us here in Columbus. All right, Pedro asking, who will use it first, Dana or Marshall? Dana's got to be the one that's typing everything tomorrow morning. So, yeah. All right, so I don't see any other new questions on Twitter. Don't see any other new ones coming in on YouTube. Again, want to thank everyone for coming out. Again, June 29th, current date, and the time is 9:05. We're going to be signing off here. Thanks, everyone, swinging on by. We're going to be doing this same time, same place next week, next Sunday, 8:30 right here on YouTube. As soon as I log off of here, I will be posting the new link so you guys can check out my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/AndrewWSYX6. Let me go ahead and change that real quick so you can go. So there you guys go, youtube.com/AndrewWSYX6. You guys can find it on there. I will have the link coming up very shortly. So again, thanks everyone swinging on by. Really appreciate you guys stopping by, having your weather questions, and make sure to check tonight for the time lapse of the sun setting. It's looking really cool. I'll show you guys that real quick. Trying to focus there. Anyways, see you guys next week, same time, same place, 8:30, right here in the Weather Center. Have a great night. Have a safe and happy 4th of July, everyone.